Back when I was in college during finals week, I stayed at the campus library almost every night because it was the only place quiet enough to study. One night, around 2 a.m., I went down to the basement level since every other floor was crowded. The basement was creepy even during the day, with old shelves, flickering lights, and narrow aisles that made it feel more like a storage area than part of a library. I sat at a table near the back and started reviewing notes for a biology exam. About 20 minutes in, I started hearing whispering somewhere behind the shelves. At first, I assumed another student was nearby, but the whispering kept changing locations, like someone was slowly walking around me. Then it suddenly stopped, and for a few seconds, everything was completely silent. That's when I heard somebody softly say my name from the darkness behind me. I froze instantly. I turned around, expecting to see another student joking around, but there was nobody there. I packed my things quickly and started heading toward the stairs when I heard slow footsteps following behind me. Every time I walked faster, the footsteps sped up too. Right before I reached the stairwell, I looked back and saw a tall figure standing at the end of one aisle wearing a black hoodie. I couldn't see its face at all because the hood was completely shadowed. I ran upstairs and told the security guard someone was in the basement. The weird part was that before I even explained anything, he asked, "Did you hear whispering?" Apparently, multiple students had complained about the exact same thing over the past month, but security never found anyone on the cameras. I never studied there again after dark. When I was a senior in high school, I used to stay up late studying at my desk because it was quieter after everyone in my house went to sleep. One night around midnight, I was studying for a math test with my laptop open beside me, playing music. While I was writing notes, I noticed the tiny webcam light on my laptop suddenly turn on by itself. I remember staring at it for a few seconds, trying to process what I was seeing, because I didn't have any video apps open. After about 5 seconds, the light shut off again. I got this horrible feeling in my stomach and immediately checked all my programs, but nothing looked unusual. I restarted the laptop anyway and kept studying. About half an hour later, I heard 3 slow taps on my bedroom window. The terrifying part was that my room was on the 2nd floor. I tried convincing myself it was just a tree branch, but then it happened again. 3 taps. I slowly looked toward the window and nearly screamed when I saw a pale face staring directly at me from outside. I only saw it for a second before it disappeared downward, like whoever it was had crouched below the window. I ran to wake my parents, and my dad searched outside with a flashlight while my mom called the police. Nobody was found, but the next morning, my dad discovered muddy footprints on the roof right below my window. After that night, I never stayed up studying alone again. During my first year of university, there was one building on campus that stayed unlocked all night during finals week, so students could use empty classrooms to study. One evening, around 11 p.m., I found a classroom on the 4th floor that was completely empty and decided to stay there for a few hours to prepare for a chemistry exam. The room had large windows overlooking the parking lot, and the fluorescent lights buzzed constantly, making the whole place feel unsettling. About an hour into studying, I heard the sound of chairs scraping across the hallway outside the classroom. It sounded like someone slowly dragging furniture along the floor. I looked through the small window in the classroom door, but the hallway was completely empty. The second I sat back down, The scraping started again, only louder this time. I tried ignoring it until I noticed something strange in the reflection of the classroom windows behind me. For a split second, I saw what looked like somebody sitting in the back row of the classroom, staring at me. I spun around immediately, but there was nobody there. My heart was already racing at that point, but things got worse when I looked toward the whiteboard at the front of the room. Written in messy black marker were the words, "Turn around." I know for a fact those words were not there earlier because I had been looking at that whiteboard the entire night. The moment I read the message, I heard breathing directly behind me. It sounded wet and shaky, like someone standing inches from my ear. I grabbed my phone and ran out of the classroom so fast that I left my backpack behind. The next morning, I came back with 2 friends to retrieve it. And while the message on the whiteboard had disappeared, every single page of my notebook had been ripped out and scattered across the floor.